And we are also approaching the busiest part of hurricane season with no threats out in the tropics, but a couple of areas that we're keeping an eye on. As we've always talked about, when we start the season in June, typically we don't really see activity pick up until mid-August. However, that being said, we've already had 2 storms. Hopefully we're done with the season. But historically, the most active part of the season is mid-August, around the 15th, right through mid-October. So we're getting close to those 2 months of typically most of our activity. And out in the tropics now, the Hurricane Center is highlighting 3 specific areas, actually 3 areas that we were talking about late last week. Not a surprise that they're all showing up. Now, this is one that is north of Bermuda, but is likely going to stay out over the open Atlantic. The chance of that developing is very low, as is one that is approaching the islands at this hour. The one that has the higher chance is what, actually not right near the X, but actually this kind of area thunderstorm development, because this may scoot just enough away from the Saharan dust and the wind shear to survive a trip toward the islands. But the good news is the forecast calls for, and what we're looking at is both the Euro and the GFS. So it's kind of an ensemble model to get an idea of where that center may try and develop, or where the storm itself may try and develop. And as we see, there is pretty good evidence of something trying to get going in the coming days and then nearing the islands towards Sunday. And then as we head into early next week, however, and while the models do split a bit, they both indicate this will be making a turn thanks to an upper trough and a break in the Bermuda High well away from the Gulf and even well away from the East Coast. So this one does not look like it'll be an issue for us at all. If it does become our next named storm, the 3rd storm of the season is Cristobal. We are dry on radar right now, and we're going to stay dry through the rest of the night tonight. Clearing skies, 83 degrees, almost no wind outside, still have a heat index of 92. Pretty typical for August. Can't wait for September. We're in the 70s, low 80s outside right now, and the dew points will likely only allow us to drop into the 70s tomorrow morning. Our rain chances, though, staying steady until about Wednesday, Thursday. By Friday into the weekend, drier and hotter. And as I said, there is a bit of activity in the tropics, but no threats to us. We're looking at right now, and watch this spin on satellite. This is the water vapor. This is an upper and mid-level high. It's also a surface-based high. This is keeping kind of a constant flow of moisture right over the Gulf Coast. So this will help our rain chances pretty normal for all intents and purposes, daily rain chances in the afternoons and evenings. So this pattern is pretty typical for summertime. We get a daytime heating, plenty of moisture in place, scattered showers and thunderstorms that are around 30 to 40% over the next couple of days. And this pattern holds until about Wednesday, Thursday. By the weekend and early next week, that high, which is centered over Florida, strengthens and becomes settled almost over us. That increases temperatures and keeps any real rain chances away from us. So as we get later into the forecast period, Friday, the weekend, and early next week, our high temperatures are getting into the mid, sometimes upper 90s, and not much rain at all. And when you factor in those dew points in the 70s, we will easily have heat indices above 105.